Alright, hey y'all. Sorry, I was like, I was about to hit record and then I was like, wait, and then I had to burp and nobody wanted to hear it. It wasn't like it was kind of loud, but alas, that's not what any of this is about. So as you see, I'm in Lolita and it has been 1,000 years since my last Lolita vlog. And I owe you all an apology that I haven't. I know most of the people that are on my channel really only like my Lolita stuff, which is fine. Everybody comes here for a different thing, and I really don't want to segregate channels. Like have a me talking shit channel, a me talking about video games channel, a me talking about Lolita channel. I'm lazy, y'all. I don't even edit these videos. So no, I'm not doing like having 3 channels is enough to make me want to like jump off a bridge. So no, I'm not doing that. It's what you see is what you get on this channel. But I did all that to say, yes, today's Lolita vlog was a necessary Lolita vlog because it spirals into something that's been going on that I have not been addressing at all. So last night, and I keep trying to rack my brain on how I felt ass first into this fucking rabbit hole. But last night, I was sitting on the couch with my husband. He was watching the live action Dumbo movie. I just wasn't interested. So I was just looking at random stuff on the internet. And I ended up down a rabbit hole of women's fashion that infantilizes them. And I was like, oh God, somebody gonna say something about Lolita and I wanted to get mad. I wanted to roll up on a bitch. And while this article that I'm about to read to you, didn't directly say Lolita. Let me be clear again. This article does not talk about Lolita fashion. This woman that I'm about to read this article from, she had spent time in Tokyo, Japan, and she just witnessed stuff that she didn't like. But she did not say Lolita. There is a Lolita implication there, even though I probably shouldn't be implicating Lolita with the statement that I'm about to read, but she didn't say Lolita outright. There is an implication of Lolita being in there. So let me read to you this blog that I saw. This blog is old. Let me also state for the record, this blog is from my brother's birthday in 2014, 7 damn years ago. So 7 years ago, this woman had gone to Japan and had talked about the fashion in Japan, and this was the end result. It's really short. I suck at reading out loud, so you have to bear with me. But okay, and because I didn't get the whole, because there's no internet access in my studio space, it's just too far away from the internet access. I had to like basically take a picture of it so I could read it. So I'm on the fence if I want to post a link to this. I'll see where the wind blows by the end of this, but okay. I can't remember because I didn't get the name of the article. Forgive me. But Tokyo lady style is more little Bo Peep than grown woman, and I don't like it. That's the implication for Lolita, the Bo Peep, but we'll swing back to that in a little while. Little quote, little girl style, end quote, reigns here, and many adult females are actively trying to look half their age. I'm of two minds about this. Yes, us ladies should be able to dress any way we like, and yes, pastel colors, pigtails, knee socks, and Mary Janes are cute. But what is the impact of this continued infantilization of women in a country that already struggles with female subjugation? In parentheses, read up on the maid cafe phenomenon and see what I mean. Rabble-rousing feminist I am not, but I'd be lying if I said the style of dress here didn't bother me. Thoughts? Am I being too harsh? So some of you are probably like, what the fuck does she mean by infantilization? Well, I would tell you. Hang on, I gotta find that because I had to copy that too. Okay, according to the American Psychological Association, the APA, infantilization is the encouragement of infantile or childish behavior in a more mature individual. And here, I have to go back to my notes. Yeah, so, and how does this relate to Lolita dress? So, see where people would think that because we are dressed in our frilly finery, that we are some kind of way immature, or we're trying to appeal to the male gaze. And I know it does not help that our beloved fashion is called Lolita. Now, about 6 years ago, I did a whole fucking vlog where I delved onto a Japanese website that talked about the history of Lolita according to Japan and what it meant, and I translated directly off of that website as I was doing my vlog. It was a trip. I remember having a mad ass headache. But what I remember from that was that basically, while we look young, it is not for the quote unquote male gaze. It is for a feeling of innocence and a feeling of feeling young without being young, which I guess you could say it's a double-edged sword with that kind of thing, that, you know, you should dress your age. We'll get to that part in a minute. But as for infantilizing, is Lolita infantilizing? No. I'm going to just blanket statement that's as a hard no. A lot of, like, first of all, people who dress in Lolita, independent of what your gender identity or anything like that is, people who dress in Lolita, it's carefully crafted. We don't have our moms and dads and stuff. Well, sometimes we do, but for the most part, we're adults working a fucking job, trying to, basically, in the words of a wise drunk man once, instead of trying to turn money or trying to turn hard work into chicken nuggets, we're trying to turn hard work into OPs and JSKs. So a lot of us are professional people. We go to work daily. We do deal with the drudgeries and the doldrums of adult life daily. And this is how we choose to not only express ourselves, but how we choose to, you know, positively have a positive outlet for the doldrums of fucking adult life. And it's not hurting anybody, it's not actively harming anybody, it's not doing anything except we're just sitting down talking about clothes, wearing fucking frilly shit. So I don't see where somebody would get off by saying Lolitas we're infantilizing ourselves. And honestly, Japanese culture is a lot. It's just a lot there. I'm not going to say that their society is misogynistic. I'm not here to judge their society. And I just had this whole fucking conversation with myself as I was getting dressed, because I was talking about something about Germany, and I was like, you know what? As an American, I don't got the right to complain about anybody. You know what? After January 6th, I don't have the right to complain about anybody for the next 400 years, given the circumstances of January 6th. Another topic, another day. But I'm saying, I don't have the right to criticize anybody's society. I am not a Japanese citizen. I've been to Japan twice, but that does not make me an expert in Japanese society. And I'm not going to criticize or ridicule somebody else's society. That is for Japanese people to collectively take a look around at their shit and be like, hey, this probably needs to change because we don't like it. I can't open that door for them. They gotta open that door for themselves. And I'm not one to tell people how to live their lives. Yes, it does have a lot of misogynistic leanings, but again, I can't tell anybody how to run their fucking country or how to run their life. So I'm barely running my own life. How am I gonna walk in and kick in the door and be like, yo, Japan, stop being misogynistic and stupid? So, and again, after January 6th, I don't think America has the right to criticize anybody else's shit for the next 400 years. So, aside from all of that, I really don't like stuff like this, that, like, you, like, dressing like this is harmful to women, because that's also on my little thing here. Is the Lolita fashion harmful to women? And I have on here as a note, This is not to actively exclude men, non-binary, or other gender non-conforming individuals who participate in the Lolita fashion. This little blog that this lady wrote was specifically geared, I want to say specifically geared to cisgender, heteronormative women. So I don't mean to exclude you. It's not that I'm trying to pretend like you don't exist. That is not what I'm trying to do. It's just that this particular blog focused on women and not everybody else under humanity's wide-ranging umbrella. So I see you and I got you, basically is what I'm saying. But does Lolita harm women by infantilizing women? I think there's a lot of other worse, way fucking worse shit that actively is harming women. I had this thought last night when I was thinking about doing this. I'm like, I don't think Lolita is one, infantilizing, or two, harmful to women. One, this fashion was created as kind of like a counter to the hypersexualization of women. It's the idea that you can be beautiful and feel beautiful without showing a lot of skin. It is exceedingly modest. Now, granted, right now I'm wearing an OP. Knee socks, and high heel shoes, and I'm under, at least today, I'm under one underskirt. Usually, again, I'm under two or more, but I'm under one underskirt today. So you can't see my décolletage, let's just say. So even if I wanted to show my décolletage, even if I wanted to wear a pair of Daisy Duke cutoffs that says hot juicy ass on the back, that is my right to wear it. If I want to put myself out there in that kind of way, I don't give a shit. It's how I choose to dress, and nobody has the right to say that I'm harming women by wearing that. So the problem is not me. The problem is anybody who has a problem with how I'm dressed. So with Lolita, swinging back to Lolita, it's an extremely modest form of dress. And in general, you are usually wearing your regular undergarments in addition to bloomers, in addition to underskirts and petticoats, in addition to like a blouse if you're wearing a JSK or a skirt. And then you have the JSK and or skirt. So, and then you have either tights or knee-high socks. It's about, like, if anybody would, I guess it's kind of flashy. It's a little flashy to be considered modest, but it's still a very modest way of dressing. I'm not basically out there showing it all, revealing it all. But again, there are way more things that are way more harmful actively to women. Like, I don't know, sexual assault. That's excessively harmful to women, and it's something that I am actually a survivor of. No, I don't want to talk about it. Child marriage, which is a cause that has been near and dear to my heart for a few, I want to say 10 years now. And it's not just some girl being forced to marry some guy in like a foreign country. This shit goes down in the United States too. The United States, basically, you can marry, I've seen stories where you can marry a girl to somebody as young as 10 if the parents give consent. And it's just not right. It's not right. That actively harms women. No access to reproductive medicine or reproductive health or reproductive rights. I'm looking dead at you, United States, because you just now stripped women of the right to be able to terminate a pregnancy should they want that. So that actively harms women. There's a whole lot of things in this world that are way more actively dangerous, way more actively harmful than wearing a quote little Bo Peep outfit. So, who the fuck are you to get off to say that it bothers? So the fuck what that it bothers you? So what? What is my rule, children? You don't like the way I look. What can you do? Not just fuck off, but don't look at me. I am just walking around living my life in my pretty frilly dress. I am not actively coming up, punching you, calling you a bitch, calling you out your name, making an ass of myself. I'm just literally walking around, minding my own business, being me, is I'm sure these women that she took a picture of, they were actively walking around Japan, living their lives, doing what they do, and I don't like this. Like, you don't have to like it, but one, it's not your culture, and two, no one fucking asked you. It's like, and this brings me to my last point here. The thing about dressing, actively trying to look like younger than what you are. So, I haven't dressed in Lolita in a while, and I haven't dressed in Lolita because I've been feeling my age lately. I watched an episode of Blackish, and they had Boyz II Men on there, and I remember when they came out, like, I think the year before I graduated high school or the year I graduated high school, and now they're all gray, and that really fucked with my head, because I'm just like, oh my god, I can't, it just slapped, it was like a slap in the face that, like, bitch, you are fucking 43, and the world doesn't pay attention to 43-year-olds, which is fine, I'm not even mad at that, but lately I've just been feeling my age, and when I look around my wardrobe, even my lovely Free People stuff, I feel like maybe I shouldn't be wearing this because maybe I'm just too old to wear it. Maybe it's just not me anymore. And then I would look in the closet where all my Lolita stuff is, and I'm like, I don't think this is me anymore. Maybe I'm just way too old to be wearing Lolita. Maybe it's past me. And then when I thought about it, I had this whole deep conversation with myself. I was like, well, Adrienne, do you want to stop doing Lolita? And I sat there and thought about it, and it wasn't even a second later, and my brain was like, fuck no. It was like, okay, so you don't want to stop wearing Lolita, so what the fuck are we going to do? Because the only alternative to not age anymore is to not exist anymore. And that's not going to work for the situation that I have in my head that I want to live to be 103. 100 to see what the world is like 100 years after my birth, and 3 just to piss people off. So, look, so you want to live to be 103, you're going to have to suck up the whole aging bit, because that's just going to fucking happen unless we don't exist anymore, and that's not going to work for a situation. So, after having this deep conversation, and then I find that stupid fucking article, it just left me in a space like, this is why I'm feeling the way I feel, because people are gonna look at me like, this bitch is 43, if she's still dressed like Little Bo fucking Peep, and fuck Little Bo Peep, do I have a goddamn shepherd hook? Do you see a flock of sheep around me? No, eat shit and die, and fuck off. But it's just something that I was worried about until I got dressed for this video. And yeah, I got lipstick on. And yes, you saw me do that because Adrienne don't edit. So, until I got dressed for this video. When I was fully encapsulated in my Lolita dress today, I didn't want to get dressed in Lolita. I was like, I don't know if I want to do this vlog. And as soon as I got dressed, as soon as I put my finery on and looked at myself in the mirror, I'm like, I get it. This is why we do this. Because I goddamn love the way I look right now. I look fucking amazing right now. And I don't know why I don't dress like this on the regular. So, aging happens, and I know a few Lolitas who are over the age of 40. And I'm not going to sit here and say that you have to stop doing what you love because you become a certain age. That age-old adage of you have to put away childish things. Fuck that! You know how difficult it is to be an adult? Do you know the amount of responsibilities you have as an adult? If you are a new adult, and I mean a new adult, you're only in your 20s. I consider the whole of your 20s. You are a brand fucking new adult, and you know nothing. So, you're just either in college or grad school, or you're in the working world. You know the amount of responsibilities. You have to keep your car running, and you usually have to pay for that stuff yourself. You got to go to a job every day. If you have children, you have to deal with children every day. If you work at a job dealing with children, you got to deal with children every day. So then you have like bills to pay, and like things go wrong with plumbing and refrigerators and dishwashers, and it blasts your fucking mind because we all as kids have this dumb fucking idea when I'm an adult, I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I want and nobody's gonna tell me shit. Yeah, tell that to your car that just broke the fuck down. That you gonna do whatever you want. That car gonna be like, you ain't going no fucking where because I'm broke the fuck down. So until you get a mechanic or you figure out how to fix some shit on your own, you stuck with me, motherfucker. So yeah, being an adult is difficult. Being an adult is hard. Being an adult, you have more shitty, fucked up, sucky fucking days than you do have days where you're just like, so whatever it is that you do, be it Lolita, be it video games, be it playing poker, be it playing volleyball with friends, be it anything that's a positive outlet to channel your frustration or to just pull yourself out of the fucked up doldrums of adult life, you should be able to do that shit without fucking judgment. And if somebody's judging you, just be like, oh, you're one of those sad motherfuckers who has nothing good in their lives, so I'm gonna walk over here and be happy in my frilly fucking dress. So, yeah. So, no one has the right to tell you how to dress, how to live your life, and as long as it's not bothering anything, which this is not bothering a fucking soul, those people can eat shit. I'm not even sorry about it. I'm not saying go harangue this woman on her old damn blog from like 7 years ago, but it's judgmental shit like this that had just had me all fucked up, and where I had to realize that I don't want to live my life like that. I don't want to be one of these sad individuals judging people for the way they dress and the things they do in their free fucking time. No, I'm not going to be like that. That's stupid. So live your life the way you want, and so long as it's not hurting yourself or anyone else, fuck them people. Go to hell as far as I'm concerned, because I'm sick of shit. I can't stand when people like, you're too old to be wearing that. If I wanted the opinion of an idiot, I would solicit the opinion of an idiot. I did not solicit your dumb fucking opinion, so why don't you go way down there and fuck off and not bother us happy, friendly people. So, yeah. So, yeah, I'm sorry about not doing Lolita for a minute, and I am going to get back on the frill ball. It's kind of hard here because things are still a little bit locked down, and I don't know. I don't even know, but after looking at myself in the mirror, I'm like, God damn, you are fucking cute, and we don't dress like this more often. Why? You look goddamn amazing right now. So, it is not vanity. Well, it is a certain amount of vanity, but I'm not being completely vain. I'm just saying, I've been in kind of like oh no, I'm kind of old. And I looked at myself today and was like, bitch, please, you look gorgeous. So, that's all I have for right now. And, I will pull my shit together because that's just what we do. But guys, what do I always tell you? Be the weird and wonderful you that you are, and fuck the naysayers. So that is all I have, and I will see y'all around at another point. Okay? Later.